Tony Jones, Wynn Hines, Lamont Bradford, and Edward Hines. The nickname of the team is the Red Ball Express. The team received this nickname because the black soldiers had the same nickname during the war. 93. Right here we have a congratulation notice from the head principal, Mr. Stephen Lloyd. Right over here, Mr. Hines received an award from the Lake Erie League Co-Coach of the Year for 92-93. Right next to that is the Associated Press Award Co-Coach of the Year for 92-93. Next to that award, we have Lake Erie League Coach of the Year for 93-94. And that's basically it. I'm sitting here right now with Mr. Hines, the head coach of the Shaw varsity basketball team. Shaw varsity basketball has compiled a record of 21-3 last year.
20-4.
Oh, 20-4. Okay, they've compiled a record of 21-4, and this year we have the returning letterman of seniors: Basra Fakir, Stephen Bowie, Dante Hartnett, Calvin Brown, and not only that, we have a host of many other great players for the Shaw basketball team. We're gonna talk to Mr. Hines about how great his team is and what are his expectations for his team this year. Mr. Hines, what kind of expectations do you have for your team this year?
There's no goal that we have greater than a state championship this year. We believe that we were one step away. We believe that the fate cast us aside, but we're on task to really get some things done this year.
What do you feel happened in the Cleveland Heights game last year?
Well, a little bit of inexperience happened to us down there. A missed basketball here, a slip there, a blood cut there. Those are three of the things that really hurt us. And I'll also have to take the blame myself, being a rookie head coach, not necessarily knowing what was going to happen at that last few minutes. And that's what we're really working on this year, closing out games. And we didn't learn how to do that, but we'll know how to do it this year.
Okay, this year, what new coaches have you added to the staff? I've heard of one coach, Greg Bell, who has some experience in playing pro ball a little bit.
Well, Greg Bell was with us last year. Greg Bell played with the Harlem Globetrotters for about 4 years. He also played some CBA ball. He was an all-Ohio kid from here, from Shaw High School. Played college ball at Southwest Missouri State, where he got his graduated from, and also is working on his graduate degree. The other assistant coach is Tony Jones, who also graduated from Shaw High School, who played at Case Western Reserve and is now working on his MBA degree in accounting. The third coach that we've hired in is a kid named Lamont Bradford, also a graduate of Shaw High School, who ended up at Wilberforce, graduating from there with a degree in history. So when I add coaches, I make sure that I add them with the knowledge of basketball, but also as role models to show that the young men that when they come from Shaw High School, they can go on to college and become successful in other profession other than basketball.
Which players on the team are being highly recruited?
The highly recruited basketball players are, of course, Basra Fakir, Stephen Bowie, Monroe McDermott, who was a transfer in from South High School, Dante Hartnett, who is now being recruited by Yale, Harvard, and Kenyon. Big Dante, we call him Big Dante, Hunter is being recruited by Bowling Green, Ohio State, Syracuse. Basra, of course, being recruited by every major college across the country, from USC to Providence. Calvin Brown, of course, is a football player being recruited by Michigan, Ohio State, Tennessee, Alabama, any school that really wants to walk in through the door, they're talking to them. But the thing that I really enjoy is meeting those coaches and also providing the opportunity for the kids who aren't necessarily on their top recruit list.
Okay. So basically, there is a lot of talent in this Shaw basketball team.
Well, there's always been talent here at Shaw High School. There's always been talent in this building. There's always been academic talent. You just have to make sure that you get the most out of it.
Yeah. Do you feel that Shaw is the best team in the state?
Yeah, no doubt. But the only team that may be able to compete with Shaw in talent this year would be Toledo Scott. Toledo Scott has a front line of 6'9", 6'7", 6'9", and their point guard is about a 6'3" kid. I mean, they run like a college team.
Okay. What type of new plays have you added into the offense?
Well, we're always going to take advantage of our inside. We've added some motion into the game. We've added some better post-up plays for the guys, and of course, we've added multiple defenses.
Okay. How tough is Shaw's schedule this year?
As I'd like to make it. This year I tried to schedule the Barbertons, the Canton McKinleys, the Toledo St. John's, and they all kind of ran away from me this year. They told me to come talk to them again next year, and which I will. I'll always go after the best scheduling that I possibly can. We'll never run duck and hide. But this year they told me that their schedules were full, and they didn't really want to scrimmage us or anything else. So we had good scrimmages against St. Ignatius, Akron Central. Howard came up and played us. Lima Senior was supposed to come, but of course they were in their football playoffs, so they didn't come. We'll be looking at Dayton Dunbar over the Christmas break. They'll come up to scrimmage with us, and probably Benedictine will come over and scrimmage against us during the Christmas break.
So that's a lot of competition to make Shaw better. Am I right?
Well, that's the idea. You have to make Shaw a better program. You have to go up against kids who will push your kids, and also you have to go up against good traditional programs that make sure that your program is going in the right direction. I like to go against the St. Ignatius or St. Joe's because they're supposed to be sharp programs, and not only sharp athletically but sharp academically, and I think we can compete against them all.
Okay, one last question. What are your academic requirements of your players?
The academic requirements are that the kids must carry a 2.5 GPA in their core courses. They also have to go to a study session from 3:30 to 5:30 on Monday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. I released a coach from last year's staff and hired an academic advisor this year, meaning that this academic advisor checks their schedules, sees what's going on constantly. They're monitored every single day. They have to turn in a schedule sheet at the end of a day. In other words, my academic requirements are they must succeed. They must achieve. They must do the right things inside the classroom. Not only inside the classroom, but as they're walking through the hallways. They are role models, whether they want to be role models or not. And I am a role model, whether I want to be a role model or not. So it's mandatory that these guys get an education, that they push themselves extremely hard in the classroom as well as on the floor.
Okay, Mr. Hines, that's all.
This is Basra Fakir. He's a forward senior. Last year, he was an all-scholastic, all-LEL, all-Ohio, and all-district selection last season. He loves to eat. He played AAU over the summer. He likes Black history, and his goals are to go to college. This is Steve Bowie. He's a small forward. Steve is about 6'7", 200 pounds. Steve last year was second team all-LEL. Steve is also one of the top 30 players in the state. This is Andre Anderson, our freshman. There's a lot of expectation out of him. Last week, he helped the team in the win over Shaker by hitting the last shot in the varsity game. This is Dante Harnett, better known as Lil Dog, and he was second team All-LEL last year. This year, he's gonna try to be on first team. He's gonna be the starting shooting guard. He's about 5'8", weighs about 140. This is Darnell Allen, better known as Shaka. Shaka is one of the point guards we have. He's about 5'10", weighs about 150. The guy has potential. He wants to go to college and play ball there. This is Raymond Hereford. He's a senior, strong forward. He's about 6'3", about 175. Raymond last year didn't play with the team because of eligibility problems, but he's back on the team this year and ready to rock out. Me, Monroe McDermott. I'm a senior, and I play the point guard position. I was a transfer from South High School, and I'm going to be playing here for Shaw. About 6'1", weigh about 155. That's the 93-94 Shaw basketball. Get him, get him.
looking. Get in.
And as you can see, she does come in a small package, but she's got a lot going for her. She already has interest in majoring as a Gemini on the Shaw High School cheerleading squad in hotel management at Eastern Michigan University. She's going to pursue her interests in traveling and in writing. Thank you, Monica.